Did early Olympic hockey have strange rules or traditions? Imagine stepping onto the ice in the early days of Olympic hockey and seeing things you would never expect today. When ice hockey first appeared at the 1920 Summer Games in Antwerp, the sport was still finding its footing. The rules back then were quite different from what we see now, and some traditions might seem pretty odd to modern fans. One of the most unusual parts was the tournament format. Instead of a simple knockout or round robin, they used something called the Bergvall system. This was a three-stage process where teams played elimination rounds, and if they lost to the gold medal winner, they could still compete for silver or bronze in separate brackets. It was complicated and confusing, and it was only used once in Olympic history. The game itself had some notable differences. Teams played with 7 players on each side, including the goalie, instead of the 6 players we see today. Games lasted to periods of 20 minutes each, and if the score was tied after those 40 minutes, they played extra 2-period overtime sessions. There was no sudden death, so teams kept playing until someone scored. Substitutions were not allowed, so if a player got hurt, the other team had to remove a player to keep the teams even. Passing the puck was also different. Forward passing was not allowed at all. Players could only pass the puck sideways or backward. The goal was to get the puck across the goal line completely, which is still the rule today. Goalies had to stay on their skates at all times and could not drop to their knees to make saves, unlike today where goalies often kneel or lie down. Another tradition was the emphasis on sportsmanship. The rules encouraged a gentlemanly style of play with limited physical contact. Officials focused on fairness and respecting the amateur spirit of the Olympics. This meant that rough play was discouraged and players were expected to play clean. All these rules and customs from the early days of Olympic hockey seem strange now, but they played a big part in shaping the game we love today. They reflected how the sport was still developing and trying to find its identity on the world stage. Over time, the rules evolved into the fast, exciting game that fans around the world enjoy now.